I was just going to ask a quick question.
Yeah.
Do you think the idea of no platform, do you not think that will eventually lead to more extremism? Like, because if people haven't got a voice or a platform to speak on, then they'll quite often go and do other things like violence and...
Well, let's look at what's happened in France, right, where they haven't got no platform.
Yeah.
What they've seen is the fastest growing fascist party in Europe, right? The Front National is now a mainstream party. What no platform does is actually draw a distinction between people pushing Nazi politics from mainstream politics. And what that does, it makes... what the Nazis want to do is to make the unacceptable acceptable.
Yeah.
And what we've done by our activity, I believe, is to exclude them from political office, right? So Nick Griffin isn't invited. He tried to go to Buckingham Palace. They withdrew his invitation. So it removes the veil of respectability from them. And without that veil of respectability, it's very difficult for them to be organised and be a mainstream party. Now, the question about will they be violent? They're violent anyway. The difference is they have respectability and violence. Now, they're a violent organisation. People say, well, if you give us a bigger platform and we become a bigger organisation, we become less violent. No, you become a bigger, more violent organisation because you've got more people around you. So Hitler said, unfortunately, I don't like normally quoting Hitler in Mein Kampf, he says, the best thing to have done was to smash us when we were very, very small and to kept us small. Very good advice. We take care, right? Keep the Nazis small, otherwise they threaten all democratic institutions in society.
You could argue the other way around though and say that by not allowing them to have a platform, that is undemocratic in itself, because the whole who makes up what is acceptable politics and who says it's not.
Because I would say that democracy means even people you disagree with should have a platform.
Yeah.
But they do have to agree on some things. It's not true that there's total freedom of speech. That's not true, right? There's limitations. If you said I want to kill children, you're not allowed to do that, yeah? So the real question is, what the problem with the fascists is they refuse to accept some basic rules like the right to life. Right? They try and make a distinction between human beings biologically, whatever it is. When they accept that everybody's human and everybody's got the same rights, then they can demand the same rights. What they say is, no, we want rights and we won't take the same responsibilities as you do. Therefore, what we say is, if you say, I don't like Jewish people, whatever it is, in terms of way that they've launched anti-Semitic things, we say, it's not a debate. That's not a debate, debating people's existence as that's a threat. Mass murder, genocide, the Holocaust is not a debate, right? It's an act that was taken place and it should never happen again. As long as you carry on saying that didn't happen or you'd like to repeat it, you will not get a platform. If you reject all those politics...
But wouldn't allowing someone to be able to say the Holocaust didn't happen, if you can prove it wrong, then they make themselves look discredited anyway, so you don't have to try and discredit them.
No, 6 million Jews did not die because they didn't articulate an argument about why they were human beings. Einstein said that Hitler was wrong, and I'm sure if Einstein couldn't convince Hitler, it's not due to a lack of intellect that the reason why millions of people were murdered. Yeah. It's because they used the passions and the disgruntlement to turn that into activity, which became an irresistible force. Now the real question is, you have to stop that from happening. So what we say is, if you give a Nazi a platform, you give a green light for racist attacks, for Holocaust denial, that soon the unacceptable becomes acceptable, which is what happened inside Nazi Germany. And actually we have to learn from the lessons of that and make sure that doesn't happen again. And that's the reason why we say no platform is there, because we're in favour of free speech. We're in favour of anybody, if you're LGBT, Muslim, Jewish, if you're a woman, if you're disabled, you've got a right to be treated the same as everybody else. If you deny any of those things and organise politically around it, then actually we're going to say that you haven't got those rights unless you're willing to take those responsibilities as well.
Okay, fair enough. Oh, thank you very much. Cheers, mate.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, man, how you doing, man? Good. My name's Awate. Okay. I was on tour.